welcome into this week's edition of Maverick Insider. I'm Haley McCormick, joined alongside MSU head football coach, Coach Todd Hoffner. Coach, the spring season has officially wrapped up. How would you assess your team's improvement from the start of spring season to now?
Well, I think we brought in plenty of new players. We lost a few players to the portal. I'm really happy with our development. I'm excited for our quarterbacks, right? We have a couple of guys jockeying for being the starter for MSU, and we're really happy with their progress. A lot of other players doing a lot of really good things, so I think it's been great.
Who are some of those players that have really stood out to you in spring practice this season?
Well, I mean, you look at some of the newcomers like Rashad McKinley, right? Jason Dandridge, Amon Williams. Those guys have really done a really good job. And then Jack Hawkinson, he's been great too. So we're really pleased with some of our transfers. But let's don't forget about the core and the nucleus of this team. Sam Backer, Trayshawn Watson, names like that, Edmund Okansi. I mean, we got a lot of returners that we're really happy with.
And speaking of that core group and those returners, those are all names that we've heard before. If you've been to a game at Blakesley Stadium, you know those names. So how key has that been for them just to kind of show their leadership, to get all those, new transfers involved or those underclassmen involved?
Well, I think it's been a challenge, right? When you lose so many guys, we lost 20 plus from the 2024 team that won a regional championship. So it's really hard to kind of keep that nucleus, that bond, that cohesion that we're looking for. And those guys have all done a great job, along with like Caleb Paulus has been nothing short of exceptional. And you guys got up front Nathan Gribble, Abe Hestalin. I mean, we have a lot of players that really want to keep things together and try and build on that momentum for 2025.
And what are some biggest takeaways from your game against Northern State in the purple and gold spring game that you guys just had last week?
Well, I think that was a game where it's great to compete against somebody else. You see, new players like Braxton Rhea. He's going to be our starting right tackle and doing a phenomenal job as a true freshman. So you have guys like that doing great work. But when it comes to competing against somebody else, you just want to put your best out there, give it your best shot, and see what happens. And we definitely excelled with our youth.
Now that the spring season has kind of wrapped up, what is the time now in between the start of fall season kind of look like, or before those summer practices start back up?
Well, we're going to rely on those upperclassmen to try and sustain and continue the legacy that's been built around here. And it goes, to be said that those guys will be the nucleus of Minnesota State. They will be the ones that are the catalyst of keeping things going and keeping things developed and dragging everybody else along in the process.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Coach.
Thanks,
we'll be right back with more Maverick Insider after the break.